Hi everyone. I wanted to give a quick tutorial on how to use my grade calculator. This grade calculator will help you understand what your student needs to earn in quarter four and on the final exam in order to pass any particular course. I'm going to discuss the requirements for Algebra 1. Algebra 1 requires you to pass the class. You need to earn a 70% for the year. So I'm going to take slider 1, which is this is the grade that you're aiming to get, and let's say the student is just looking to pass the class, we set that to 70%. Okay? And then sliders B and C will be set to what the student earned for their semester 1 grade and their quarter 3 grade. So let's say the student earned a 72 for semester 1, and they earned in quarter 3 they earned a 67. What you can then do now is you can experiment with quarter 4 grades. This slider here, X, is your quarter 4 grade. So if we were to slide this here, let's say to 70%, if the student earned 70% in quarter 4, we can click here at the intersection, and this Y value is the grade that the student needs to earn on the final if they earned a 70 in quarter 4. So this student, having earned a 72 in semester 1 and a 67 on quarter 3, if they earned a 70 in quarter 4, then they would need to make a grade of 66 on the final in order to pass. And if we lower it to where it crosses the green lines are the limits of what a student can earn. Right? Quarter 4, the highest you can get is 100%. Final exam, the highest you can get is 100%. So this student, if we click on that where the intersection is right on the green box, if they scored a 53 in quarter 4, they would need to get 100% on the final. Okay. Alternatively, if we set them as earning 100% in quarter 4, then that means that they can get a grade of 6 on the final and pass. For students that earned higher than this in quarter 3 and semester 1, this person may have earned, let's say, an 80% in semester 1 and earned a 77 in quarter 3. Then you can see that if we set it here to, say, even a 60 in quarter 4 would allow them to pass the course with getting just a 26 on the final. Now, of course, it's worth mentioning that the higher the grade is for semester 1 and quarter 3, the more likely the student is to score at that same, right around that same range to pass. So again, if the student earned a 70 in semester 1 and a 70 in quarter 3, then it seems likely that they'll earn somewhere around a 70 in quarter 4, which of course then would mean they need to get a 70 on the final for it all to average out. If student was earning less than that, they earned a 60 in semester 1 and a 63 in quarter 3. You can see then, because they scored lower in semester 1 and quarter 3, they're going to need to do much better in quarter 4 and on the final. So if we then said, okay, what if they earned a 90% in quarter 4? That student would need to earn a 94 on the final. And it's challenging for a student that earned 60 in semester 1 and 63 in quarter 3 to suddenly jump their grades up into the 90s. So I'm sending this to you so that you can consider any changes you might need to make in your student's routine, getting a tutor, having some limit to their device use or something like that in order to make sure that if their scores are low for the first 2 grades, semester 1 and quarter 3, and they need to really get it higher in quarter 4, then this will give you an idea of where they're at and help make decisions on what you need to do in order to make sure that your student earns credit. And of course, it's their job to make sure they earn credit. We can do what we can do. We can't make a student do anything. We can only encourage them the best we can. But I hope you find this useful. Sorry about that. Please send me any questions that you've got. I am happy to explain this further and discuss the results when you enter your student scores and find out what what's required in quarter four and on the final to pass.